Hey nerds, and welcome to The Gutter. This is episode 14 of the Gutter Nerds podcast. My name is Steve-O. With me, as always, is Charlie Brown Luck. So what I mean by that is that things go wrong a lot, but it always works out. I don't even really have to do anything. Joining me today is Lauren.
With the Tweety Bird luck.
What do you mean by that?
I have a social adept, I guess, to where if I'm in trouble for any godforsaken reason, I can just talk it out with somebody and be like, what are you really mad for?
It's sort of like Jerry Luck also in Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
He didn't talk, but he's just more like, I'm smarter than you, so get away from me.
Yeah, pretty much.
JB.
Hey, I'm the limit breaker luck. The occasionally, badass.
You get so frustrated.
But I'm like,
and you channel everything. And Byronic Commando, Chuck, DJ Pikachuck, and a million other names.
Have we seen Mystery Men? Remember Kel Mitchell's character?
Which one was he?
He was the one who could actually turn invisible, but only if no one was looking.
Right, yes. Yeah.
That is my luck.
That's fantastic.
I have no luck until nobody's paying any attention.
Well, everybody, today's episode is brought to you by Pie. Pie. Why it's so good. Now back to the show.
Sorry, I saw that earlier, but man, it's so much better now.
You know who I hate is Guillermo for making that. I forget why they called me. He was making some damn joke about Jonathan, pie for brains, and I was like, that's the dumbest thing ever. He goes, I'm photoshopping a pie in your head.
I thought
and
it was.
He did.
No, I thought it was. We were talking about creating rumors, like how funny it was to create a random stupid rumor about someone. Like Jonathan likes to put pies in his ear.
Oh, it might have been that. I don't fucking.
And so Guillermo was like, "Oh, that's good," and then made the Photoshop. That is one of my top 3 favorite pictures of you.
What is
Next
sticking
to
out of my head in the other two?
What are the other two? DeHarder now?
No, not that one. The beer one, the RIP one,
yeah,
where
the
you're
double
spilling
beer?
the beer, double beer, and where you have the sailor hat on and that shot thing, and it looks like a pipe.
Yeah, I'm doing the
Your
Popeye.
Popeye, yeah. So, what you been playing? Anybody?
Nothing.
What? Okay, I need you to give us a brief rundown of your luck is actually lately bad luck.
Like I said, I only have luck when nobody's paying attention. Those of you who have been following our YouTube channel, our most recent video on the GTA Heist channel, invokes a couple of failures and then restarts. Those restarts were my Xbox One freezing consistently. And so at one point, Steven actually had to grab a fan, this fan over here, stick it point blank right next to my Xbox One so that it could continue to cool off while I was playing it. Apparently, the amount of damage that has been done to it has now irreparably corrupted the hard drive.
Well, most of your saves will be cloud.
All of my saves will be cloud.
If
And
There'll be hardly any cloud strife.
God damn it, Limit Breaker.
I'm here all day, folks.
Hey, you remember when I had my cup back over here a little while ago? You remember
Get a little
that?
shower, a clear shower.
Yeah, we're gonna put the ixnay, the kibosh on your cloud strife.
You didn't get to play. You haven't gotten to play anything lately.
No. Those of you who have been following my stream will be PC streaming until I can get up, A, the money to fix this thing, and B, the time to get it actually done. So,
Yes, game guy.
Yeah, it is the green screen of death.
Oh yes, the GSOD has destroyed me.
Game guy says, dude, you haven't seen bad luck until you get spawn killed by 4 Predator missiles in a row in Call of Duty in under 6 seconds. Spawn. Yeah.
What just happened right there, that basically sums up the entirety of my Halo career. Spawn, dead.
Do you remember Halo LAN parties?
Dead.
Those were fun.
Oh, they were so good.
So good.
Yeah. What have you been playing, Jonathan?
Well, we did the GTA CEO missions, and that that has renewed.
It gave you some
Oh my god, I had so much fun.
spunk, some juice.
I think it was because 1, Sam wasn't in it, and 2, it was not. I mean, don't get me wrong, the heists are fun, but this was like hey, if we can't do the heist, but we can pick up and play, and like still feel like we're doing something.
Right, like it said, like we were doing cool shit.
You guys,
and also making
fun.
like
Making buku.
and this feels like legit PvP.
Yes, yeah.
Like there is PvP all the time in GTA 5.
Jonathan and I, we took a motorcycle just because we didn't know what we were doing. So we get on the motorcycle and we go, and I forgot to even add him into the company. So he was basically just random driver he couldn't grab any of the crates or the loot or anything. So I had to get it, and
So you were cover.
He didn't get any waypoints, nothing. So I was like left, right, as we were going through the town.
Fun.
It was fun. But so we get 2 out of the 3. We get the 3rd one, and we're racing through Los Santos, and then all of a sudden we hear over us, and a jet passes by, and we're like, oh shit. And it does a strafing run, so it goes like a series of explosions, but we go right under the overpass. So it misses us, and we're screaming. Like, oh shit! And then he comes back around and aces us that second time, and destroyed the loot in the process. But it was...
Too impressed to be fucking mad.
Right, I wasn't too mad. That was super fun.
Like, that's the role of other players in the game. Like, I would not play with strangers, like, on my team.
Yeah, I don't like playing with strangers, but I like playing against strangers.
Playing strangers, like, are the random...
hazards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. What about you, Lauren? What have you been playing?
Alice Madness Returns.
Alice Madness Returns
Old
on...
school.
360?
Dr. Peter Pena has a 360 in our living room. And so for my birthday, he was trying to find it. And so we went to San Antonio.
You drove to San Antonio for that game?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not this past weekend, but the weekend before.
Dedication.
We always go to half prices. It's kind of like
half price
our
books.
old people,
Okay.
Our old people antiquing. So we go to every half price we can find. And he's like, I'm getting this for you, so be excited. And I look at it and I'm like, all right, it looks cool.
It makes
it's wonderful.
it almost makes it sound like you drove all the way out to a Broderbund software so you could buy this thing
Broderbund.
on 3.25-inch floppies.
To Babbages.
I mean, he's like, oh, you should play the original. It's so much fun. And so he was looking forever and a day to find the original copy so we could play it on my Surface or whatever. And it turns out the American McGee version that you could get for PC is actually on the 360 game. And so you can play it on 360, but it is awful.
I just noticed that. You do have a Microsoft service.
Yeah, I do. That's what I used to do
known
the
as the
comic
Bill
on.
Belichick Frisbee.
Sure.
Right.
I don't know what that reference
Bill
is.
Belichick is the head coach of the New England Patriots, and they use Microsoft Surface tablets on the sidelines. The NFL, that's the only thing they can use. Like with the Bose headsets, they have to be Bose.
Yeah.
And he got so frustrated with it that, like, they're all covered in, like, rubber anyway, but he, like, threw it. And, yeah. But, people are like, that's what you get for using Surface. But I hear the Surfaces are amazing.
I was about to say, I used to do the comic on it. So.
Yeah. I have been playing Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and it feels just like Human Revolution.
Day of Sex?
Day of Sex, yeah.
I've had a couple of those.
I haven't gotten that far yet. I haven't even really...
You haven't gotten far enough to the Day of Sex?
I'm in the first hour of the Day of Sex.
That's my cousin.
But it feels very much like it. There's more verbal stuff. You know how maybe there are 3 or 4, maybe half dozen at most,
verbal boss battles.
The verbal, discussions. I've already done 2, and I haven't even left the first area yet. So
nice.
I think they've fixed some of the issues that I had with the first one. But I'm still brand new in it. But so far, I'm loving it. I'm liking it a lot.
Is it all gold and black like the old one was?
No, actually, there's more gray to it.
Good. Good.
You start out in Prague, so it's post.
I love playing Progs. Those were fun.
I used to make my own Pogs. I had the Pog maker where you like put in, you get the sticky ones and I always made I found like girls in magazines and I would make Pogs
Where they just like
I was in
drew-
middle school at the time.
Where it's like, this is my slammer. Slammer, I barely even know her. Pow!
I did have a favorite slammer. It was it had the ace of spades on it. I think and it was like
You
just a
would.
little bit.
Your slammer would be the GD.
Goddamn ace of spades.
You know what we should be using Pogs for now? We should be using Pogs as chips for 5-10 cent games.
Oh yeah, I threw them all away.
I still have mine, I
had a
think.
realization somewhere in high school that I still own Pogs. What the fuck? And I threw them out.
I still have all the Pogs that I collected when I was in middle school, and that includes the pages and pages of Simpsons Pogs.
We had Pog Day, me, Stephen McRae, and Dan Koss in middle school, and every Wednesday we would all three wear the same Pog shirt. I don't know. I don't know how the fuck I didn't get my arm broken or face beaten.
I don't know either, mister. I'm going to go home and tear down my Power Rangers
I
posters.
did. I was a super poser in middle school.
I like that Sarah and I have obviously hit the generation gap between you guys and us. We have no
You don't
idea
know what Pogs
you're
are?
talking about.
Oh, holy shit. Okay.
Yo, Luckstat.
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 Pogs were little discs with pictures on one side, and they
You're
were all
not going to
branded.
convince you they're cooler.
No. I'm just explaining what they are. And you would face them down, and you would take the slammer, and you would slam the slammer down on the Pogs, and if they flipped up, then you got to keep them.
So what's a slammer?
The slammer
It's
is a
a-
heavier Pog.
Usually made out of plastic as opposed to the
Or
cardboard
metal
Pogs.
or something, yeah.
So is it safe to assume they're like poker chips except made out of cardboard?
No.
Kind of.
They were
Kind of.
They were
They're-
collectible.
Yeah.
Imagine,
They were
like trading cards mixed with jacks, where you have to like flip them and then you can keep them. And so if we came to play Pogs with Jonathan, I would take 10 or 12, he would take 10 or 12, we'd put them upside down and then mix them up, and then you slam down, and whichever ones you turn up, you get to keep. So you're sort of betting, yeah, like poker chips, I guess, in that you're trying to get yours back and some of theirs as well. Luckstat.
Luckstat.
Okay. How you were going to follow along with that one, Chuck. I'm sorry.
Luckstat.
So, Luckstat in gaming, I guess my first question is, what does it do? I mean,
It's the fuck all stat.
it's the fuck all stat. So tell me a game that has had a Luckstat in it that has affected you in some way.
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4. What does the Luckstat do in
The
Fallout?
Fallout series in general.
Yeah, I mean, with Fallout 4 in particular, obviously you have your specials, and then down your L stat, which is your luck stat, you have different. As you level up your actual luck stat, you have different
Fallout
options.
has the most in-depth
Yes.
luck.
So
of
let's
any
just
game I
go
can think
through
of.
everything. So I think like level 1 is like, VATS response quicker. So you get your VATS quicker.
Or you get you get better criticals
You
based
get better
on different things.
down the road. You get better criticals. You get like Lone Stranger. You get
Are these the
massive
ones that give you like
combustion.
higher percentage to hit in VATS? Is that a luck governed?
that too. Yeah.
Okay.
That's agility.
That's agility? Oh, yeah, that is agility.
No, because there's
Agility gets your VATS up faster, and then perception gets you better aiming.
there's a luck stat that allows you to hit even though it's at like, you know how there's a percentage of what you're able to hit? Even if you shoot at 0, there's a luck stat that will give you 100% hit. Like it's something crazy like that. I'll actually look it up.
I think I remember putting more in luck in Fallout than usually when I play most games. And having that high luck with Grim Reaper Sprint is a luck stat, isn't it? Or is that an agility thing?
I don't remember.
I don't think
It's
that's
like the
on
bottom
luck.
one, where if you kill someone in VATS, there's a chance that it automatically fills up your VATS meter, like to the maximum.
That sounds like an agility thing.
It may be an agility thing. But is luck something that you invest in Fallout then? Anybody?
I do. I definitely do.
No. I tend to make my... Anytime that there are stats, I try to represent myself, as usual. I try to represent myself as best as possible stat-wise. So, higher than average strength, higher than average intelligence, lower than average constitution, lower than average endurance.
Charisma through the fucking roof.
Charisma visible from space, and then shit luck.
I was loving him describe his stats, because part of me is like, trying to see, like, is he being modest or is he like... But that was fairly good. Like, that was...
I
well
pride
done.
myself on my self-awareness.
I have
a fair idea as to what I am.
Okay, I want to do that. Like, stat ourselves out. Running, like...
You want to do a stat episode?
Where I guess we'd base it off D&D stats. Like, keep things simple.
Oh, do we want to... Wait, if you're going to keep it simple, why not stick with the Fallout system?
I don't know the Fallout system very well.
Well, special. Strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck.
Okay,
It's an acronym.
Easy.
we'll run that. But
Just remember everything he said.
Or you can just...
So you do invest in luck when you're
definitely.
playing Fallout games.
And you're right. Grim Reaper's sprint is the third from the bottom.
Is third from the bottom in luck or in
Ricochet
agility?
In luck.
Okay.
And Ricochet, the one we were talking about before pre-stream, is on there, and it's the last one. It's the last one.
See, and we'll get to that later.
Okay.
I do want to get into some of that. What's a game that has a luck stat that you've played and either ignored or utilized or whatever? Is there a game that stands out? A lot of RPGs have them. The
first thought that pops into my head is Fire Emblem.
I was going to say that.
Okay.
Go you first.
No. Let us have this short little conversation because I imagine that you and I would be the only two people.
So, I hate luck, and Fire Emblem does a great job of dissuading me to do what I naturally do, which is to say fuck RNG and farm for the stuff I want. Like, I will go out of my way to get stats up in every single way I can.
Okay.
Fire Emblem, let's go back to the, I forget which one it was, on Game Boy Advance with Ellawood and Lynn.
Yep, this is the very first one.
That one, you can't do much of restart. Like, you either restart the whole damn game or you can restart a specific level. But, like, I learned long ago not to, like, farm to build skills. Like, I could go to the arena and just fight and build skills. And
I didn't know that there was an arena in that one.
There are arenas. Like, in the middle of the map, you can...
What the fuck?
You can go to an arena.
What the fuck?
But it's so useless.
So damn mad.
It's so useless because I realized halfway through, like, the stats are there to just kind of add the quirks to your character. Like, in one playthrough, your Hector might be...
It's more about strategy than stats.
Yes.
Than strategy.
Then strategy.
Min-maxing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, one time you might play Hector and he's like a badass strength guy, and the next time he might have lower HP because in this universe, in this playthrough, he has just a different set of skills. And really, the set of skills that you want to focus on are, like, the character bonding. Because, like, if I have two characters that have S rank next to each other, that I've just had constly next to each other, they boost their stats far beyond.
Is there a specific luck stat in Fire Emblem?
There is. And it affects, like, a 1 point increase in luck stat increases 1% chance in an enemy missing you, and a 1% chance of... I got it here. In most games... 1 point in luck will increase both your hit rate and evasion by 1 and reduce the enemy critical hit rates by 1.
That sounds like a useful luck stat.
It is, but like...
In the grand scheme
like,
of things with Fire Emblem, it's not.
When you level up, so like you can get to level 20. So if your luck stat went up each time, you could get a maximum...
Oh, you done lucked up.
You lucked the luck up. So you could get a maximum of 20, so it gets you, like a 20% improvement.
Sure.
But like you have like some characters have like a 20% chance of your luck stat going up every time you level up. So,
Okay.
by the time you reach level 20, your luck might have gone up by like 3. So it
just kind of sits there useless.
Now, and
festers.
The more recent Fire Emblem games where once you get to level 20, you can reclass as another one. You go down to a new class, you go down to level 1, and you can keep your old stats, but you get like a new skill set. And then you level up again, and your stats can constantly improve.
Fire Emblem, you ignore it.
Yeah, I've learned to completely ignore all stats and get rid of the notion of random number generator and just attribute that to more of this is just a good way to make your characters unique each time.
Did you play New Vegas, Lauren? Fallout New Vegas? Because there was gambling in that one, and I know that the luck directly affected, like, how lucky you were gambling. Like, it was noticeable. Like, you can make a lot of money going into the casinos with a high luck stat.
Weren't there skills in Fallout 4 that would help you with gambling?
Was there gambling in Fallout 4?
Not that I remember. Like, I religiously played that game, but I
And
still
you
don't.
can't recall.
I can't
tend to
recall
stay-
a single.
Stay away from most gambling.
Well, I mean, with the charisma stat,
Gambling's
there
bad,
was
okay?
Shut up.
like if you had a high enough charisma, you could get things your way. You could lie straight up. Now, granted, when you start out, it was immediately like a red. Like you shouldn't do it because it's red, and they will find out, and
Pansy.
you will get.
It means your charisma stat wasn't high enough.
I'm sorry, I didn't go to 10. But
I should have worn that shirt.
Do you have a Fallout charisma? Oh, yeah, that's good.
But if you did luck, you could do the override, so to speak. Like if you hit.
Oh, you could
that
have
button.
A chance
dialogue
Yeah.
chance with the higher luck.
So like even though it's like you
It
shouldn't
was
do
the dialogue
this.
in Fallout 4?
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Luck would
Random stats could affect dialogue.
luck
So,
could
like-
affect almost anything.
So like even though it's like you shouldn't do this because you'll most certainly fail, your high enough luck is like, well, you could give it a shot and you might just succeed.
You're also
So it's Fortune Finder, Scrounger, Bloody Mess, Mysterious Stranger, Idiot Savant, Batter Criticals, Critical Banker, Grim Reaper Sprint, Four-Leaf Clover, and Ricochet.
The critical banker was, for me, extremely important because I used a lot of VATs, and so you could, basically keep 4 or whatever criticals behind.
Yep.
And in Fallout, you choose to critical when you want to. So you could pull out a gun and tell it, I want to shoot that guy 4 times in the head, and the second one I want to be a critical. So you can go blam, skadoosh, and if there's anything left, blam, blam. Or if you're going up against if there's someone in one of the power armor.
fucking death
I'm
claw.
like, okay, I'm going to aim at their power core, critical.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you were a guaranteed hit if you used a critical as long as it was 1% or higher, right?
Yep.
You
I
still
think that's
couldn't hit a 0%.
I'm not sure, but I think it's like with Critical Banker, like the first level, 1% or up, and then the second one was your max Critical Banker, and then it was 0. Like
Oh, maybe you get the 0 one after that, where no matter what, if you can VATS them, you can hit them.
Yeah, I can actually look at that.
And then Bloody Mess I never used because
Bloody Mess was just fun.
it's
I just
fun,
wanted to
but,
see them shred into
you
a
shoot
billion
someone and then they
pieces.
explode, and you're like, oh, now I gotta go find wherever their
you
shit landed.
don't.
Actually,
You just find one
The
random
closest
chunk. and-
jib.
yeah.
You still have to look for it because they're all in little pieces
But what
now.
You just find one.
But what's convenient is, like, for me, I would always take weapons because I would sell them, I would get the money, and then I would get, like, my syringes and shit for whatever I needed.
Yeah.
And so for Bloody Mess, it made it a lot easier for me because later I did the cannibal. The cannibal.
And you would eat the
And
jibs.
I would eat so I could have my health back. So it made it easier for like my companions because my companions would be like, "Oh, it just looked like she's eating dirt."
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just having some dinner.
Just eating whatever I'm eating.
This is normal day for me.
This
what a
is
game.
normal day for her.
What a game this sounds like.
That was actually how I broke the economy in Fallout 3. Was my repair skill was so high.
It wasn't through subprime mortgages?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Your skill was so high?
Yes, my repairing skills were so high.
Historical joke 2008. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, my house in Megaton was too big to fail.
Yeah. So your repair skill was too high? Is what
Yeah. May I mention something here real quick? How we have been talking about all of these other stats, but luck has just kind of fallen by the wayside.
We're trying to talk about luck, and
No,
it's
but
always
that's-
around other
but
things.
that's the thing. The thing about luck is we don't actually know how it affects us. Like when we were going to discuss this, when I was going to run that show when you were still in Vegas, I was going to lead off by having everybody talk about how lucky they actually consider yourselves. And we kind of touched on that a little bit at the very beginning of this, but at the same time, like, I don't do gambling hardly ever in real life and almost never in video games because I don't consider myself a lucky person even when nobody's watching.
Okay, then we'll answer that question. I want to mention Dark Souls 3. There's a luck stat in Dark Souls 3. I got my health, stamina, and dexterity where I wanted them, which was my, 3 things that I used, and I was like, and now as I level up, I'm just going to dump them all into luck and see what happens. Couldn't tell the fucking difference. So
because luck was just in helping you find
it
things.
governed drops, like you get better drops, and maybe I did, kinda, but like you said something earlier that I thought was interesting.
Like all you have to do is kill the same guy twice, and you've doubled,
your chance at getting the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know that's actually that's not how it works.
No.
That's
statistics
the
and probability
implied
do not
statistics
work like that.
versus actual statistics.
Now, there is the law of averages,
Sure.
and actually, Disaster Flare on Twitch, one of Crystal's kids, has a really interesting story involving that and Pokemon Sun and Moon, where there is something called the SOS. You get a Pokemon, a wild Pokemon, whittled down to a low enough HP, they will randomly summon another one to help him out. And if you can knock out that one, and then they can bring up another, and then they can bring up another, and they can bring up another, and the longer that chain goes, the better a chance that you will get a shiny, or you will get one with even a hidden power, or like some super buff stats, until it hits 256, and then it resets.
So then, to Chuck's question, how lucky in either gambling or gaming or in life, but especially in gaming, like start there. How lucky are you?
Yeah.
Is if you have 40% to hit, are you like, okay, I'll give it a shot? Or are you like, it's not gonna fly for me?
In gaming, where there's what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're free from any recourse. Like you lose, oh well, you win, yay. I mean, I'll take a 20% chance.
Okay.
I'm like, fuck it. Oh, I lost. Reset.
40 is
20%.
pretty much where I start. I'm like, 40 and up, I'll take that shot.
I'm very much, I guess, an academic when it comes to luck. Like, I'm not going to say I'm lucky or not, because I strongly believe in, like, as soon as you say it, it's going to
no
go.
longer happens.
Yeah, it's going to
Oh,
be
no,
bad.
that sounds more superstitious than academic.
I am very superstitious as well.
Okay.
But academically, on a percentage level, I have to be passing. So I took AP courses, so I have to be 65% or higher
Okay, so
for me to take that chance.
how lucky do you feel in gaming, Jonathan?
Not very.
I feel like I luck out a lot, and it's because I just totally cut off your story.
Jonathan, let me ask you a question to
And then-
address my
And then I'll
issues.
tell you what I want to think. I apologize. It's like I honestly had nothing, and then when you said that, for some reason, but okay, you don't feel lucky. Why not?
I don't know. No. So a game I liked to play a whole lot, Valkyria Chronicles. Loved the original one. And so like early on, I'd have a level 1 sniper. I'm like, okay, I need to make this shot like in order to get the level S rank. Oh Jesus, okay. Reticle's here, bam, fire, fucking I miss. Okay, just reload. And I'll sit there because I will refuse to be like, A rank, close enough. I'm like, no, I want that S rank. So I'll sit there and I'll reload and I'll do the same foolhardy like 2% chance to hit until I get it right.
By reloading.
By reloading. And that's the problem. That's where I liked Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem forced me to not be able to do that.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem
force
wanted
you to live
be
with the consequences.
really strategic.
Yeah. Whereas
But also to live
Valkyria
with the
Chronicles,
consequences.
Valkyria Chronicles just made me want to see how
best you could,
how few turns I could actually ace a level.
so that if you were to replay it from beginning to end, sort of like in Super Hot, you're like, oh, you just did a whole lot of shit like real quick and awesome.
So I'm foolhardy. When I have the save feature and the ability to reload, I'm super foolhardy, and luck becomes a useless stat. To me,
I
period.
sort of have an inherent luck stat that I feel like is pretty decent, but it may just because I try a lot of dumb shit. And what I mean is, like, in a game, I'll be running, and what I could do or should do is take cover and heal, but I'll be like, oh, but if I run and I make it, like, through this door before I die, it's gonna be awesome. And so I try that cool thing, and it doesn't work out a lot, but then when it does, I'm like, oh shit! So
Fortis Fortuna Adiuvat.
He's going to tell us what that means.
you goddamn better.
Fortis Fortuna Adiuvat is Latin for fortune favors the bold.
What's I make my own luck?
Beats the shit out of me.
Oh, I thought you knew.
What's Latin for I ain't got time to bleed?
notice this cat's phone ring.
Now, I'll say this. There are occasional moments in gaming, like, I don't know, playing multiplayer Halo, like when we did LAN parties, where like, I was never the best player, I was never the worst player, I was just adequate, and I had a good time, and sometimes they'd be like, whoa, Jonathan, you rocked in that level, and sometimes I'd be like, I did awful. But then, there's like those moments where I'm like, okay, I've got a sniper, I've got this, all right, I'm gonna turn, oh, there's Steven, bah, headshot, I turn, oh, Chuck, boom, back, Chuck a grenade, and they're just like, and I'm like, and I have to stop and go, do not react to that. Do not react to that. Because
like, if you turn around,
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
yeah, and so I forget there was one time I did something just so. Oh, in a jiu-jitsu class, my instructor was doing a belt test for his 5th degree, and he had this a Joe staff, 50-inch staff, and he's disarming a guy, and he goes flying across the room right towards me and 2 other people sitting next to me, and they all both go and like dive, and I just go whoop, catch it, and I put it down. I swear to God, I was looking straight, and I just went boom, caught it as it was fucking flying in the air at me, caught it, and I put it down.
You were saying earlier, John Wick luck.
Yep.
Which
and when I caught it, as soon as my hand like hit it, it's like ding. I was like, don't react. I put it down, and then everyone next to me was just, and I was just like,
I remember once I was playing Burnout 3, and
cool.
like I had hit the boost, and I was like just barely missing, like skidding by like little tiny sparks, just as I missed car after car after car. And my brother was watching me, and he goes, "Oh, lucky! Oh, that was lucky! Oh, that was lucky!" And okay, like by the 3rd time, it's just skill, right?
You think
Like,
the
at
same?
some point-
What's the line from Rounders? You think the same 5 people make it to the final table of the World Series of Poker every year because they're the luckiest
Luckiest
people on
guys
Earth?
in Vegas, yeah. So where and what game? So in a lot of RPGs, luck will determine like criticals, or drops.
Drops.
And drops is the
Fucking
shittiest way.
drops.
To
Oh my God, drops.
But what game do you feel like you've been either especially lucky or especially unlucky?
I don't know. Why don't you tell us?
Especially unlucky. Here, how about I lead us off? My favorite game, Earthbound. All right. Ultimate weapons have a 1 in 128 chance of dropping from a particular enemy.
Okay.
Okay. The one that I'm looking for is the Sword of Kings.
Oh yes.
The Sword of Kings.
Okay.
1 in 128 chance of dropping from a Starman Deluxe in one particular area of the game, and as soon as you finish that area, those enemies disappear entirely. So
You've only got a few chances, or can you do it over and over again?
You can do it over and over again. The enemies respawn,
But
but
you can't leave it. It's
Right.
like the window is.
You have
limited.
to farm now or never.
as soon as you beat the boss, it's done. So go until either you don't think you'll ever get it or not. I have been playing this game since it came out in 1995. It is now 2017, 22 years later. You know how many times I've seen the Sword of Kings?
3 times.
Once.
Ah, that's close.
Once. 22 years, and I've seen a weapon that's supposed to have dropped by law of averages at least 5 times. I've only seen it once.
I'm going to tell you a story about how I broke luck and I ruined a game for someone. Okay? It was Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
I remember this.
So I was playing around and I was like, oh, that's an odd look. I didn't know about shinies at the time. I bought the game before I fucking knew squat. So I'm saying oh, that's a weird Quagsire. I guess I'll catch it. Caught it. And I'm like, hey guys, look at this purple Quagsire. I'm like, that's shiny. I said, that's a what? That's where?
The what?
And then Joseph goes down the line and he's like, hey, check out this golden Geodude. I was like, oh cool. I also caught these. Look at these. And I'm just catching these
Super rare.
yeah, 1 in 5,000 chance. And apparently I got 3. But then I get what's the Game Genie,
It's
the Game
called
Shark?
the Game Shark.
Action Replay.
Action replay, yeah.
And I get that bad boy because I've had my fun with Pokemon at that point. So I'm like, let's buy this thing and just fucking toy with this shit. And so I just started messing with my game and getting max PP Pokemon and shit like that, just for fun. But I didn't like often trade them to people. I wasn't gonna like go break other people's games. What I would do is be like, hey Joseph, check out every single shiny ever. Check it out, Joseph. To the point where he's just like, I'm done. I quit.
Yeah.
I literally ruined the fun for somebody else by ruining the luck stat.
You're a terrorist.
I would have loved to see Joseph's face because I've only seen him troll once, like truly, like really angrily,
like get really agitated.
And
with
so
someone.
I've
I've seen it 1,000 times.
I was about to say, in JB's defense, Joseph is one of the most easily shaken people off of anything. He'll even say it himself. The more somebody talks about a thing, the less he'll want to do it.
If the other people's hype drives his energy down.
Yeah,
for sure.
He is much like me, the dish but can't take kind of people.
The specific game where like percentages come into play that I think of, that always it's sort of like again a line from Rounders, like I don't remember my wins, but I can tell you with incredible precision the terrible bad beats that I've taken in XCOM. When you're like, damn it, I'm at the very end. All
you had to say was in XCOM. End of sentence.
The final guy. Here we go. Game over.
Miss.
70% chance to hit.
Nope.
Ting. What? and then the whole squad gets wiped because something went wrong.
XCOM pissed me off for that damn thing.
Fuck me, XCOM.
Like I'll have like a load and I'll be like, okay, I gotta make this hit. Like if I don't, I'm gonna lose the mission.
Fuck! I have never seen an 80% to hit whiff badly. Like I am right here. This must be what stormtroopers feel like.
I totally can sympathize with the missed sniper. I'm like, all right, 75% chance. Oh, I missed it, but I'm like, gotcha now, sucker.
Yeah, you're like, you got a shotgun, and you're like, shook, click, what? Boom! And then the only thing you can do is eat whatever they're about to give you.
Which sucks because the first one that shoots is usually the one that's farthest away. Got like a 5% chance to hit. Bam, crit.
But that's what I'm talking about. So first of all, I have to take back everything I said because XCOM is it.
Yeah.
XCOM is it. XCOM is it.
But man, I'm telling you, like early on when I got a sniper,
you need personal luck to play XCOM.
I made you a sniper in an XCOM game, and you got really far. Like I put you in, I was like, all right, level 1 sniper, Steven, and you literally rounded a corner and was like, and you took out 3 guys. And I was like, Steven's awesome. And then like I forget what the levels are at this point, but like you're really high, and you round a corner and you're like, here's a guy, I'm just gonna take my time and yeah, no problem. Steven Taunton's on it, bam! What the? And I was like, Steven, no!
XCOM was a really good game for when your squad died. You go, no!
I had a moment of like,
because you inevitably aim after all your friends.
I would want to reload. I was like, oh, I gotta reload and keep Steven alive. And then I was like, would Steven want me to do that?
No.
You've had tremendous luck gambling.
Oh, phenomenal luck.
You've had decent luck gambling, actually.
I've had shitty luck gambling, and then all of a sudden I've had really good breaks.
But I'm also...
I've had beginner's luck. Anytime I try something new, I'll get beginner's luck. Like the first time...
You have good beginner's luck.
Yeah, because the first time I was like, I've never done the football thing, so...
Oh, fantasy football.
The
fantastical football.
The tree that every year we do.
Oh, the brackets, the playoff brackets. Yeah.
The Christmas tree of football.
I do the tree. And so for me, it's like, I'm not really into football. I'll just look at their stats and I'll go with it. In the first year I won.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you went on vacation with the winnings for that one.
I'll tell you
the second year, I think I got like second or third place. But I was like, it's beginner's luck for me. It's always beginner's luck for me.
So the one thing, you were there the whole time. That lucky streak I had going on last time we went to Shreveport. So I always go to Shreveport with $20, and I'm like, $20 of fun, and then like an extra $20 for like food.
Yeah.
So I go with $40 expecting to walk away with nothing. And I always walk out on top. And that's because I'm very good at being like, okay, hey, I went up from 20 to 100. We're good. Like
even if you're like, oh, I'm at 50 now. Sweet. See you later.
But then 2 instances of really good luck. I had the $89, and I was like, I always wanted to do a roulette table, and I've always wanted to do like a significant amount, but like I'm always too afraid. But I was like, fuck it. I'm up $89. I'm gonna leave. Like if I go, I'm gonna leave flat here.
Right.
So I put $80 on that 1/3, like 1 through 13.
That's a third bet on
1
the board.
through 12, and then I put $9 on red, and it hits red 7, which 7 is my number. If I had bet on any number, it would have been 7, but I decided to branch out. So I won all of them. My red, my red
30 or something like that.
Well, first of all, that was good luck because I one roll and then I took my money, and everyone else who'd been at that table for like 10, 15 minutes were like, this guy! So that was my first lucky streak. But then they don't give me all the money. Remember, they missed.
They gave him 2 to 1 instead of 3 to 1 or something. They're supposed to pay him
triple.
Yeah.
And so I walk away, and I'm like, "Hey, wasn't I supposed to be at
He's $90 short.
I'm like, wasn't I supposed to be at $250 instead of $160
or whatever it was? Yeah.
And like, we had already kind of walked away, and I didn't want to.
It had been a few minutes,
and
we
got
weird.
We got in the elevator. We went all the way back up to the room, and I was like, "Oh man, this sucks." Like I won, and I have more money than I had before, but I felt gypped.
But you still, yeah.
And I was like, should I go down and ask? And you're like, dude, they're a casino. They're not going to remember. They're not going to care. It's been like 30 minutes. Like, the odds are against you on this one. And then you go, but if you go down, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
And we went down, and I went up to the guy. I was like, so I won.
He made it right.
I won this amount of money, but I won triple.
He like asked the guy.
And the guy's like, no, that's not right. That's not right.
Yeah.
And then he looks at the cue card, like the cheat sheet, and he goes,
sheet.
no, you're right.
Yeah.
And then without question, just handed me
handed
$90 more in
stack
chips.
of chips. Yeah.
And I'm like,
They made it right.
That should not fly anywhere else.
El Dorado and Shreveport or Bossier City or whatever, like.
Are
You're right.
we going to have to tell the story of you and me at Louisiana Jones?
Just double luck.
We can do that at the end if there's time.
This is why I don't want to go gambling with you guys, because I'm going to be like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to take like $100 and come out like -100. Where,
So, no, don't feel bad.
Loan sharks are going to come out
I
after
typically
me.
go to Shreveport with 400. That's like usually my gambling money. So,
Well,
robotic
technically we are
I can't
talking
do
about.
that.
red 6. There's a black 6, not a red 6.
Red 6. Hey, what's going on, Robotical Nick? Thanks for coming by, pal. So, let me ask you guys this. What percent do you go all in? Let's say that you could take everything you own and put it on, and you bet it, and you can, maybe not everything you own, but everything you own is converted to a monetary value, right?
Okay.
And you could bet it all and double up. Like everything you have, you double that in terms of earnings or something. If you had 100% to win, no one would not take that, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay. So this is how I do this. At 100%, of course, I'll make the bet. It's a free double up of everything that I own. Keep in mind that if you lose everything, but you can't lose on 100%. At 99%, do you take that bet?
Sure.
At 99%, I feel like there's a line from X-Men where Cyclops goes, if they can see our plane on radar, then we deserve to be caught. Like, if I go in at 99% and I lose, then that's not luck. That's destiny. I was supposed to lose that hand.
So at 99%, you still take that bet.
Yeah. I have to answer this 2 ways, though. I have to answer this before I got married and after I got married.
Sure.
Before I got married, I would have gone down to like 70.
What is your percentage is where this is going that you still make that bet? That where now you won't.
There is a level. There are 2 things I need to know. 1, my level of desperation. And 2, my level of despair.
You are as you are right now.
Right now, I would not.
You risk everything that you have.
I would not go in lower than probably 90%.
90. So at 89%, they're like you have an 89% chance to double in cash value everything that you own. That we just put it right in your bank right now. At 89%, you're like probably not.
Probably not.
Now, I've played a game of Sid Meier's Civilization where I had a man with a club from the early like caveman era defending my monstrous city, and a guy with like machine guns come in, and he was like 99.999% chance you're about to lose, and my guy with the club beat the shit out of him. And it's like, no army man coming here.
You went up to like a nuke truck and
so like
cracked it.
Like I've had that luck go on my favor where I had a 1 in 10,000 chance of winning, and I did. Now that I'm married, I'm with Chuck 90%. Like I can't significantly risk.
If you made the bet and you didn't know the outcome yet, you would feel confident going home to your wife and saying, "We have a 90% chance to double up everything that we have," and feel good about that.
I think she'd be like, "Holy shit, that was stupid, but okay." And then like we'd win and she'd be great.
What's your percentage?
I mean, I kind of agree with them, but like at this point, I really like. I guess it's my age. The only thing I can say is it's my age, so I would say probably like 85.
85?
Oh, like 80 would be my absolute lowest.
Okay, like your floor for
yeah,
sure.
85 to 90 would be my comfort level.
Right.
I have to add that at this stage in my life, my net value is not significantly great. That like if I lost it all, I couldn't get it back.
I would like to point out that in your current state right now, chances are your net worth is probably higher than any one of us.
Oh no, my net worth is actually pretty high if we include my lovely wife, like who has been saving for retirement for like 10 years and stuff like that. But like,
so with me, if I'm single, it's pretty close to 50-50. I'm like, yeah, I'll take a 50-50 all in. Like, sure. Probably,
and that would be the last of
but if someone came up to me and said everything that you own except the clothes that you're wearing, or I will give you, and if you win, you'll get $60,000. I'm just throwing out a number out there. I'm going to flip a coin. We're going to do it right now. I'd probably be too scared to do it. But I think if I got to 60, 65, like okay, when I'm single, but when you're with someone else, it's more like. I don't know. I'd probably do it at 85.
You can't ruin somebody else's life along with yours.
Yeah.
Here's my thing.
That's a good point.
I have 2 roommates. So if it's on me, like, and they'll be out of a
Hi,
home.
Crystal.
Hey, Dragonfly.
If it's just on me and I'll be out of a home, like everything else goes on them, I will gladly go with you on the 50-50 because it's just me. But like, if I include Chris and Peter, and actually Sable for that matter, oh, you bet your ass I'm going like 90-95.
For sure.
I was going to say, I read a story about a guy who did that. He sold all of his earthly possessions.
He did a roulette, right?
He actually even sold all of his clothes and then paid for a rental to wear. So like even if he did lose, he'd have to return the only thing he was wearing and be butt-ass naked.
I didn't know about the clothes thing, but I do remember he sold everything. He had a total of $100,000+, and he got a casino to agree to it. Like, they had to sign things, they filmed it, they did sort of a thing around it, but everybody had to sort of agree to it, and they did, like, their spin, and he won.
And then he went back and just bought back all the stuff he sold for the same price, and was just $100,000 and some odd richer. Which was so stupid, but he's also like my hero.
Nobody would have ever let him buy all of his shit back at the price.
Well, according to the story, he bought back most, or like he bought back his house, or blah blah. I don't know how it went.
This is 2017. Our economy has tanked so many times. Not a single fucking person would ever do that.
All because of your damn repair skill.
You know what?
That's right. That was a callback to it.
It is not my fault that somebody decided I needed to learn how to fix shit, okay?
So, in gaming today, in general, is the luck stat useless?
I don't think so.
With
No? Why not?
For me, it's all my basis is on Fallout 4.
Okay.
Because though I had such a terrible time putting together the only machine that was keeping me from finishing the game, everything else really helped. Like, even the big bosses that I would never be able to finish, Mysterious Stranger, Bloody Mess, Ricochet, just all of those stats helped me so much that even though in real life I may not have that high of a stat, I totally believe in not so much like putting all your advances on luck, but at least like helping yourself to it. Like, it's there.
Right.
Like don't be like, oh, I'm a level 10 luck stat, whereas your charisma may be a 2. Obviously mine's not, but I'm not going to put in all my chips on luck.
So real quick, we're going to jump to chat real quick. There's an image that Game Guy made. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I don't know.
It's JB and what is it?
What is that?
I want to let Game Guy explain.
Well, we'll get it next. Do you get it, Sarah?
Well, yeah, I want to explain,
Okay.
but I do want to say,
Yeah.
the luck stat is a useless thing because one,
It's primarily useless. Is my
computers with such enormous processing power, there are so many variables going into the numbers that are being crunched with how much damage you do if you hit blah blah blah, and luck as a stat that you can level up is by virtue useless.
as a
Because
tangible thing
luck
that is
the
inherently intangible.
Yeah, luck is the representation of everything else out of your control.
Right.
Everything that you are trained in is skill. Anything that you can't affect that has an effect on the outcome is luck. So training luck is
Seems silly.
silly.
You can train luck in Fallout Shelter, and it's actually rather
I
helpful.
thought it was the alien queen.
It's the Alien Queen. Is a picture of you as the Alien Queen. Was that a reference to something?
I don't know. To them, am I like a gay alien?
Or a drag? You don't have to be gay to be a queen.
Queen? I was just saying.
Yeah. I find it mostly useless. Fallout did it best.
It was a conversation we had 2 months ago. I don't remember how we got to that point.
Oh, but okay. Big giant callback, but I love Game Guy's memory and his photoshopping. Extremely well done. How would it be better implemented then? See, this is and I will start. I would like to see it get you out of jams. Basically, the higher your luck stat, when something goes wrong, it then goes right. So like if someone jumps out at you and you fire and you miss, if your luck stat's high enough, it'll ricochet back and do something cool and cinematic.
It's like that accidental Rube Goldberg machine
Yeah.
of like, oh, I tripped, and then it knocks something down. And
Yeah.
oh my god, they're about to get me. And then
That'd be cool.
Something falls, and you're like,
And Fallout does this pretty well with the mysterious stranger, because you'll be like, bam, 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 seam, and you're like, oh fuck, and then he
all
comes
over
out of nowhere
that.
and just wrecks shop.
Especially with the, what are they, the big mutants.
Yeah, of
The
super
oversized mutants really got on my nerves because I would go for a headshot first because highest stat, might as well. So headshot, then arms, because they would always be overbearingly in front, and every single shot would miss, and I'd be like, well, I'm fucked, and I only have one grenade, and I'm not going to waste it on this one guy.
Yeah.
And Mysterious Stranger just,
Yeah.
it's so wonderful.
So how would it be better implemented for the three of you then?
I like that. I like that. So, Kingdom Hearts did it kind of well. Kingdom Hearts 2, you're Sora, you're kicking ass, and then I never died. I was really good at Kingdom Hearts 2. I could fucking ace Sephiroth every time. And then there was this one time I was playing and I was talking with somebody.
I want to call bullshit.
No, I fucking rocked that shit.
Okay.
I haven't played it in forever, so the skills have gone down. But if I jumped back to where I was, I could do it.
How would you like to see it better implemented, Chuck?
Allow me to finish my
Oh, I'm
thought.
sorry. Please, by all means. That was Chuck, this one's you. No, nope, other way.
So, the one time I was talking to somebody and my character got killed, Sora got killed, and I was like, oh god, no! My status as a never been killed was over. And then suddenly Mickey Mouse jumps on the screen, and you play as fucking Mickey Mouse. And the whole point is that Mickey Mouse staves off the enemies. He's like, no, I've got you, Sora! And you fight and fight and fight, and enough time passes, Sora gets up, he's like, I'm still good. And you don't die. And then you just get back in, and Mickey's like,
Ever,
I got
or
you.
just if you fight long enough as
If you
Mickey?
survive long enough, because Mickey has to fight bad guys and
You
then turn.
do have Mickey Mouse luck.
And Mickey Mouse is fighting, and then he has to turn and siphon energy towards you, and he's like, you got this, Sora, you got this. And then he's staving up, and you're like, holy fucking shit, I'm doing this, I'm fucking doing this. And then you win, and Mickey Mouse jumps off, and Sora gets up, and he's like, what the hell happened? Because he never saw Mickey Mouse, he was unconscious.
Right.
And so I never died. And I was like,
Wow.
does that happen every time? And Daniel, who I was playing with, was like, no, dude, no, that's random. You die most of the time. You just happened to the very
The
first
one time you died, it gave you...
Mickey came in and saved your ass.
Wow.
And not only that, you got to play as him. So I love that.
That sort of goes along with what I was saying, that
It's that unexpected, holy
you
shit.
got your ass pulled out of a jam.
Yeah, it just so fucking...
You shouldn't eat that cake. How about you, Chuck? A better implementation of Luckstat.
I don't know if you can. I literally do not know if you can.
That's what we were saying earlier, that it is an intangible thing. And
it is so intangible. Like, you don't even know if what you're looking at is a result of stats or a result of luck.
Or gross
or a combination of both.
yeah.
Dude, your achievements in ignorance are astounding, just so you know.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to end the evening first with a toast, and then we're going to bring back an old friend. But first, our toast for the evening. If you guys would like to purchase the Gutter Nerds glass and toast with us, you can do so by going to our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/gutternerds. And click the Shop Now button.
Faint aroma of yummy in sewers.
We have a picture of it if you guys want to see it up close.
Oh God, this smells good.
It's a product. You're good. There we are. That's the Gutter Nerds pint glass.
Oh, that's pretty.
If you don't, you can order them if you want to do the toast with us in these glasses, or you can grab a beverage of your choosing, grab a glass, and toast with us. We do it at the end of every show. So our toast today is a collective one. We would like to toast to RNGesus, the invisible hand.
No, RNGesus, not Adam Smith.
Who governs...
He guides the bullet.
Guides the bullet, guides your sword. When you hit that boss, and it has one hit point left, you did not appease RNGesus.
I don't pray often, but when I do, it's to that motherfucker right there.
RNGesus giveth, and RNGesus taketh away.
That's true. To RNGesus. And before you drink, what are you toasting with?
Oh, jeez.
This here is, I can't even.
Tuwaka
vanilla citrus liqueur.
Fantastic.
I got
And I know, it's...
Svedka vodka, and it's coconut.
Coconut vodka?
Coconut
Sweet.
deliciousness.
Game guy says, you can't fool me. That PayPal picture isn't really in the frame.
It's not. It's not Game Guy.
You take it on top.
Good
It's
eye.
in 3D.
I just set it up
We
there.
are such trash.
I just said
We
it.
are such trash.
I am toasting with Jaeger, because that's what I fucking had.
And I'm toasting with...
It's in your, I don't want to point, but your crotch.
Yes. I am toasting with...
McCarthy!
Sailor Jerry. All right, to RNGesus.
To RNGesus.
Yeah.
And now, for
Right.
the first...
That stuff goes down smooth.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah?
Holy shit.
You like?
Oh. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time as Gutter Nerds,
I do, but
we're going to the can.
I don't drink well.
What we have here... What we have here is random questions. It's sort of an Ask Me Anything from Twitter. These are all from Free Comic Book Day.
I was about to ask.
If you would like to add to the fan can, just tweet us at Gutter Nerds using the hashtag FanCan. Ask us anything. We put it in the can. We draw one at the end of each episode, and we address the burning questions.
No.
Here's a burning question.
You can ask something horrible. I just want to read it.
Point at my dick.
Yeah, why didn't you?
It was
Good
really
question.
close, and I was gonna right there, buddy.
Okay,
Right there.
this is a riddle.
Oh no.
What has a head and a tail, but no body?
I know it. It's a coin.
Oh, yeah. What do you think it is? Head
Bring
and
it
tail,
on.
no body.
I can do riddles all effing day.
Well, I know I have a head, and I have a tail, and I ain't got no body.
Lauren?
I'm broken. I can't do it.
What do you think has a head and a tail but no body?
I have no idea.
I said snake. It's just a head and a tail. But when I said that over the weekend, Sarah was like, it has a body. Oh.
It does.
Jonathan's cards.
Was that yours?
No, this is from a friend. She didn't put her name on it, so I didn't want to, out her identity. But good job, Jonathan, I believe.
No one should ever know
get?
Our
the
producer says
identities
Jonathan.
I get more.
of those who have contributed to the fan can.
Guys, next week we are going to talk about betas, unfinished games, and early access. And if they're fucking worth it or not. And if it's a
There's
good
only
trend.
one. There's only one that's worth it. It's so fucking good.
I want to get back to it too. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you follow us on our social media. If you follow us on Twitter or Instagram, down there in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you can interact with us. You can interact with us there. If you subscribe on YouTube, you can see our podcast in replay. You can also check out our Twitch highlights as well. Be sure to follow us on Twitch if you haven't yet.
You're poking her
You'll
butt.
know when we go live and when we game and stuff. And on Facebook is where our shop is right now. You can also go check out our schedule at gutternerds.com, by the way. You can go there and see the schedule. It's constantly posted there for upcoming topips. But
Game guy says, pull up your damn pants.
No! That's not my ass. Those are my love handles. No TOS violations yet.
my name is Steven,
I'm Lauren.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Good Luck Chuck.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye!
Chuck, I like that. Because of the...
What the fuck did anybody else think of that already?